all my nerds? How you guys doing today? Is that the window or is that my... Hold on, let me turn off my GPS. That might be... Let's see, turn off. Nope, it's just the window. Okay. Alright, so, let's see. I know I actually just posted a video the other day. Well, since I don't have really a schedule, I might as well just post whenever I want. So, I actually finished... Well, I finished it early this morning. I'm currently in Ohio. Like, I know I usually start these videos by saying where I'm at, but currently in Ohio. Don't know where I'm going after this. They haven't really told me where I'm going. But currently waiting to get to a door. So thought I'd take a minute to talk about the third book of Tamora Pierce's Circle of Magic Quartet, Daja's book. This one is probably my second favorite of the quartet. Sanji's book being the first, this one being the second. I think last time I said that Trish's book is probably... Well, I need to read Briar's book, which is the next book, in order to kind of like evaluate where that one falls. But in terms of the three so far, it is 1, 3, 2. Okay? So, let's see. This one really kind of deals with kind of the consequences of Daja's life from the beginning of the first book. So that's one of the reasons why I really like it. Because unlike, I think Briar and Daja, of the four main characters, I think they're the only ones who really kind of get stories that resolve their pasts, basically. Because Sandre doesn't really get that. Despite the death of her parents in a I think it was smallpox. It was a pox of something. I can't remember what it was specifically. I think it was a pox. It was a plague. But there's no real well, I mean, there's closure in the first book. Because you find out that she's afraid of the dark, and then her friends kind of give her basically a lamp light, a little ball light, so that way she always has a light for her. But there's no story after that really deals with the effect of losing her parents, even walking in on their bodies. It's mentioned a few times, but it's also but it's not something that is that really kind of she's not really that traumatized by. Well, she is traumatized, obviously, but it's not something that haunts her too much. Whereas and then Triss, I don't know if because after this quartet, there's the Circle Opens quartet, which is an amazing quartet. I absolutely love that one. I actually love that one more than I love this one, even though this one is still pretty good. And then after that, there's a single book called The Will of the Empress. I don't know if there's anything after that follows it. I doubt it. Tamora Pierce tends to focus mostly on not so much adults. She tends to focus on the young people as they grow up. And that's one thing that I really love about her stories is you're kind of following these characters as they grow up, and it's just she really does an amazing job at that. But I don't really know if there's anything after The Will of the Empress that bring on these four to kind of know what their lives are like, or anything like that. But anyway, throughout this quartet, the next quartet, and Will of the Empress, Triss never really confronts her family about how she was treated and what they did to her. She's still just an angry person about it, but she never deals with them. So like I said, I really would love a story concerning that. I really think that would be a great story. But this is the book that deals with Daja's trauma of becoming is it Trangshi or I can't remember if it's Trangshi or Trongshi. I think when I was a kid, I think it's pronounced Trongshi, but when I was a kid, I used to say Trangshi, you know, because it didn't come with a pronunciation guide. So, yeah. But anyway, kind of going back to the story, I'm kind of rambling at this point. But going back to the Daja's book, the children are with Sandri's great uncle Duke Vedris as he's kind of touring the country, kind of seeing who needs help after, you know, the massive earthquake hit, and then some of the coastal towns got hit by pirates. So there's a lot of pain to go around, and he's going around trying to see, okay, what all can the Duke's treasury do to help? Which unfortunately he's spread thin, so not really a spoiler. Anyone, even like that's something that we can figure out today. Like government money, you know, they can't. This is a time when they couldn't print more. They actually needed physical gold. So anyway, anyone who deals with the economics of the last couple of years pretty much knows that money isn't unlimited. But anyway, so they're with the kids, and they're up in the northern section of Emlyn, not too far from the northern border, I think. And basically, while they're there, Daja runs into a trader caravan. She was what is known as a blue trader. Basically, her blue traders are do the seas and the rivers. And then the caravans are part of white traders. They deal with, you know, roads and caravans and, you know, the land. Blue traders are water. So pretty easy. White traders land, blue traders water, right? So anyway, this caravan of traders, Daja ends up creating something that the caravan is trying to buy, and so she's really kind of dealing with the being an outcast of the trader people. So it really is. So she's able to kind of really figure out. Okay, does she want to become a trader again? Could she become a trader again? You know, is being a trader as, you know, as hyped up as, you know, she remembers? And so she's dealing with that while trying to figure out this new craft that she essentially created by accident, you know. And so that's really cool. That and then of course I had a thought, but I'll get to that more towards the end of this video. But this is just a rambling. I just ramble. Anyway, so while all this is going on, the northern part of Emlyn is a heavily forested area, and the area that they're in is even more forested than other parts because they have a mage whose sole job is to prevent forest fires. Now, forest fires in the real world can be terrible, and I'm not quite, but I do believe they do serve a purpose if they are contained. Basically, what they end up doing is they clear out the brush, they clear out the debris on the forest floor, and allows for new plant life and plant growth. Whereas this place has had no forest fires for 30 years, so they have serious debris in spots. At one point, Rosethorn says that the debris on the forest floor is over a foot thick in some areas. So they're dealing with that, and obviously, and I think you kind of go. I'm not gonna say it, but I think you kind of know where I'm going with this, right? Like, you guys can kind of figure it out what's gonna happen in the story, right? I mean, and then another thing dealing with this, the mage who puts out forest fires, is they have to deal with the idea of, greatness. Honestly, it's not so much. It's not a lesson that is like hardcore set into the story, but it is kind of nice that Tamora Pierce put it into the story, so that way the kids can really kind of think of what they're going to be when they grow up. So it really was really was a nice touch on her part to put that in. And let's see, is there anything else? You kind of learn a little bit about Frostpine's backstory. You don't really learn too much about some of the teachers' backstories. in the first book, you learn that Lark was a traveling acrobat with a performing troupe, and then you also learn that Rosethorn had a village that was landlocked that was attacked by bandits. So you don't really learn too much about their pasts, but you do learn a little bit. This one, you learn very extensively, not so much extensively, but you do learn a very specific aspect of his past. So that is actually pretty, that was pretty cool. Frostbine's one of my, I love all the characters. All the characters really are fundamental to the story. Without one of the characters, it would be, the story would be different. Maybe not so much drastically different, but it would still be different. And Frostbine is probably one of my favorite of the teachers because he's the most jovial of the bunch without being too nice, you know? Like Lark. Lark always came off as like, she's just way too nice for me. And Frostpine was like, he was nice, but he was like a mischievous nice, you know? Like he would be a fun teacher. So you learn a little bit about his past, and so yeah, a lot of stuff to deal with, a lot of you know, internal what's the term I'm looking for? Internal confusion that you have to deal with, and so that's really absolutely nice. And I will say, there is when I first read this quartet, and then when I read the next they don't really, I don't think they do it in the next quartet, but they definitely bring it out in Will of the Empress. I think there's kind of a hint of the true relationship between Lark and Rosethorn in this book. It's a really small, specific scene towards the end, so pay attention to that. Hopefully you guys kind of spot it, but and I do love that it right here, it's very hinted at. I'll probably make a video. I might make a video talking about relationships in books, but I'm not going to do that right now. But anyway, so that's Daja's book 3 of the Circle of Magic Quartet by Tamora Pierce. Like I said, it's probably my second favorite of the quartet, and I haven't started listening to Briar's book yet. I'm kind of debating if I want to take a break from it or not. Take a break from the quartet or not, because it's like, you know, I've also, because, you know, I'm technically doing this on a break from the Wheel of Time, because I listened on audiobook the first like 7 or 8 books of the Wheel of Time, and so I'm taking a break from that, and so it's like I don't want to binge the whole thing, but at the same time, this is only a quartet. It's one more book, you know, and then I could just take a break and then do the next quartet. So I might just do Briar's book, which will take me a couple days, because I do listen to it on audiobook when while I drive, and and then I might take a little bit of break, do the next, like, oh, I already said that. I'm repeating myself at this point, but anyway, so yeah, that would be it for the day. You guys know what to do: like, share, comment, subscribe, yada 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 yada. I feel like I just need to make up a sign that says "read this," and just have like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff on there. But so you guys have a good day. I'm gonna try to get this uploaded. Hopefully, it uploads quickly, and I will see you guys later.